All right, so now we're going to be looking at indicators. Now, if you have been trading for a while, you may or may not have had a run-in with indicators in some way. And if you haven't, let me explain what an indicator is. An indicator is a tool that uses price action to have an analysis for you or to build an analysis for you. So these black lines that you're seeing here are an indicator, and this is called the moving average, right? It's an indicator that utilizes the closes of candles. Now I set it to use the close of where a candle closes to plot a line or plot a point along a line to create this line, right? Now, this is very important. The only indicator I advise you use, if you are going to use any, is this. I would never see me using any other indicator, no other drawing, nothing. Because me personally, I've had experience with more or less all of them. And for me personally, I haven't found any to be consistent enough to, to base a strategy around and trust to, take trades with. But let's talk about some of the others. Now, indicators and drawings fall along the same path. What do I mean by drawings? This counts as a drawing because I'm actively now drawing on my chart. All right. That's actually a trend line, and we'll touch on that in a later lesson. But drawings and indicators for me follow similar trajectories, right? In the regard that you can't necessarily trust these things because these things can be manipulated. And as you will realize coming on to the end of this lesson, there's a very big reveal that I'm sure that you either maybe you do know it, and if you don't, it's going to be a very big surprise to you. But they can be manipulated. And if they're manipulated and you don't understand that they are being manipulated, then guess what? You are now going to be manipulated. So let me show you something. All right. So if you want to use indicators, obviously, this is TradingView. You want to use any indicator. You're free. You're welcome to use anyone that you like, anyone that you might be comfortable with. Again, as I said, I don't advise that you do it, but you don't have to listen to me. Right? You can literally click on this and you have an entire library of indicators here. Right? Now, is it that none of these work? Some of them do. Some of them work, really, for want of a better word, they're really accurate, but they aren't consistent. And that's a problem for me, right? Now, there are ones here that I would have never used, and there are ones here that I'm quite familiar with, like this one, which is the RSI. This indicator basically utilizes volume, and, it says that when, the market is going down for too long, apparently that's supposed to mean, making a joke here, that's supposed to mean that it's going to go back up. And a lot of traders use this when it's down here as a reason to buy the market. Now, let me tell you something. This can give you false signals a lot of the time. Because if you realize, right, right here, the market, that was right here. The market it told you to buy right here and you bought. And if you bought, it would have bought for a little bit, but then it would have dropped and went even further than your entry, ultimately netting you a loss. The reality is a lot of traders trust these things way more than they should because, the indicator supposedly makes it easy for the trader, right? And for me, as I said, we're trying to build consistency. We're trying to be able to take trades on a consistent basis that win more times than they lose, right? Indicators oftentimes take away that. Another thing that indicators do is they create biases for you. Just like what would have happened there. You would have had a bias to buy here when in reality the market is selling. Why would you try to buy when the market is selling? The only time, and I'm not going to go into detail with this either, but the only time you should try to buy when the market is selling is if a reversal is absolutely clear. Other than that, it makes no sense trying to buy in a sell market. You're going to be crushed, right? These indicators, 9 times out of 10, create false biases for you, right? Let me show you another one. There's another one by the name of the stochastic oscillator, or stochastic indicator. Where is it? Stochastic, look at it, right? This is another one, very similar system. It would have mentioned to the masses to buy here yet again. It would have bought for a little while and then sold. Same thing. You can't trust these things, right? Many traders use them, and you may have seen a trader with 50 million different indicators on their chart. It's very, very, very likely that they aren't winning because there's so many different things telling the trader what to do. The trader can't even begin to focus on what the candlesticks are actually doing. And you would have most likely gone through the candlestick lesson so you understand how a candlestick should form and what it represents, right? Why would you go against how candlesticks are operating if an indicator tells you to do so? Right? That's just me. That's just me, right? The only indicator I trust, as I told you, is this moving average. Why? Because the moving average is based off of an average. It's based off of a concept that average means that, you know, everything will always return to the middle. So in other words, the price, the candlesticks will always try to go back to the line, right? I'm not going to go into detail about that again in this program, in this beginners program, because I will begin to confuse you. But this is the only indicator that I recommend using, right? All I have to say to end this lesson, it's not a very long lesson, is be very careful with trying to rely too much on an indicator and you completely disregard what the candlesticks are doing, right? Remember, the moving averages or the indicators that you have on, whatever indicator that you have on, relies on the candlesticks to tell them what to do, not the other way around. And thus, my setup, my trading setup, does not utilize the moving average as the above all and end all and tells me what to do. It's simply an additional confluence that confirms to me that my bias is most likely correct. So I use the moving averages. I use this one indicator here, this only one, to tell me that yes, you have another reason why you should enter for this buy or for this sell, right? Other than that, using a moving average or using an indicator in any other way, 9 times out of 10 is going to make you lose trades over a period of time. You might win 1 or 2 here and there, but over a period of time, you are going to lose more times than you win, right? And remember, in this industry, that's not what you want. You want long-term consistency, right? You want long-term consistency, don't use indicators, right? This is the only one that I would recommend. And furthermore, you can actually even take this off and you can still do it if you understand how they work. All right, I've done that in the past, taken, you know, every single indicator, even moving averages off of the screen and utilize them in a manner that, you know, utilizing the candlesticks in a manner that is like, yeah, the moving average is still there because I know what to look for, right? But obviously, if it is you can't have training wheels, absolutely have them, right? Yeah, next lesson.